It's open.
I recognize that expression. Come on in. Have a seat. What's going on? A disagreement with your boyfriend, huh? What's the debate? Restless about your relationship. You not too happy about your work hours? I see. The subject of intimacy. Did he give an ultimatum? Yeah, the ultimatum that says to conform to his wishes or he'll just find someone else. Well, did it go something like this? Well, babe, I'm not going to force you to do it, but we might have to rethink our relationship. Looks like I'm spot on with it. Little sis, I've been around long enough and heard enough testimonials to connect the dots. Plus, I've been around some guys who think the same and let it be known, to which I let them know my opposition with it, and it led to some disagreements. I dealt with them simply by asking them to apply the scenario they were trying to defend with them as the non-prevailing party. Sorry, let me break that down. I basically asked them to put themselves in those family shoes of the ladies they drool about. How they would feel and want to respond to other guys that want to engage in one of the most sacred intimacies between them and their loved one, that activity being postponed out of moral standard, among other reasons, and then that guy just ending the relationship right then and there as if there was nothing there to begin with. Or worse yet, the activity happens and the bye 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 song starts shortly after. They just lowered their heads and remained silent for a moment until one spoke up. Said, "You do realize they dog people too, right?" That response was not surprising, but it was disappointing. Oh, they very much did say that. My response to them was, how does another individual's pile of dysfunction remedy our own? It's not about being able to shut people down or clown them or embarrass them. It's simply about sharing with them something to consider when they're lost in dysfunction. They did take it like I was trying to attack them, to which I assured them that would not serve any genuine purpose, and that my only concern was how our hypocrisy to engage in the very activities we hate to be done to us only makes us part of the problem. Oh, that's a great question, little sister. What I've discovered from some people is they eventually got tired of being penalized for doing the right thing. It's definitely a shocker, but if you look around in society, take note of how many people are punished or rewarded when doing the right thing, then tally how many are punished or rewarded when acting in selfish mannerisms. The numbers will actually differ from place to place, but there are some spots where people are shunned for doing the right thing, simply because it jeopardizes others' twisted agenda, and these are the same people who would raise their voices in anger if those same disrespectful mannerisms they are trying to protect is done to them or their loved ones. And after sharing this with my male peers, a few of them confessed that they experienced being outcasted for expressing genuine kindness. They became so damaged by that they turned back to being the, quote, bad boy. And they testified that when they started doing that, the respect and interest from others returned. So it appears we may have a problem in society where good behavior is frowned upon and reckless and selfish behavior is glorified. So while it is disappointing that your own boyfriend is pushing for an activity I doubt even he is ready for, perhaps you might be able to talk with him and find out what's driving it. Now that's just finding out the cause. The question will then become whether or not he wants to remedy the cause. And it's not just your appearance that's driving it. No, it's not just your appearance. I'm willing to bet those desires are also driven by some of his surroundings related to that issue. I mean, look at our society for what it is right now. All the media content that objectifies men and women, stories of experiences from our fellow friends who engaged in that activity, peer pressure, all of that piled onto that base desire and curiosity to begin with. But even though that happens to pretty much all of us, we all still have a responsibility to keep our actions in check and to remain respectful to others. So bringing it back around to your situation, if the statement he expressed relates to a possible breakup just because you won't open up, quote unquote, then that's a red flag. He may have been sweet and there for you, but this latest development warrants the question, what was the motive for it? Little sis, people can do kind things with evil motives. So I advise you to stand your ground. If you're not ready, you're not ready. Plus, we all know what that activity's true purpose is, and I doubt neither of you are ready for that, are you? Plus, there have been cases where the common tools used to prevent such proceedings don't always work. And the whole notion of just getting the cake in the oven removed, there have been reports of some residual complications in the host. Hey, I don't know all the details, but everything we do has risks, to which the probabilities are not in absolute stone, but they are directly proportional to the conditions of the host at the time. Best for you to do your own research and make the wisest decisions for yourself. Overall, at this point, your boyfriend has some adjustments he needs to make if he wants this relationship to continue and to prosper. If he's not able to be patient about this for whatever reason, then let him go. If he agrees to be patient and avoids any future selfish ultimatums with genuine motive, then there may be a chance for the relationship to work. The genuine motive part? That covers the issue of avoiding future debates to buy time to find someone else. Well, I'll celebrate with you if it's true that he's not like that. I just have doubts when a domestic partner pulls a selfish ultimatum and puts breaking up on the table. How he responds upon your next conversation will determine where his mind actually is. I know it's not fair, and all of this does not need to happen either. But that's human selfishness and greed for you. Oh yeah, I've experienced issues like this before, and I was cut loose simply for my abstinence from that level of interaction. According to her, I had all the other qualities to the T, but that one thing was a deal breaker for her. I'm gonna tell you something, little sis. People of our standards, we are a rare breed. A lot of people have not been trained on the proper procedures of any relationship, but especially intimate ones. The girl who broke up with me just was not ready. She said it herself that she did not know how to handle a guy who had his head on straight. Apparently, she was used to being treated badly, and that developed some serious trust issues. Though I am still confused why she would continue dating guys who don't have any desire to settle down. But maybe that's another conversation for another time. Nah, let's save that for another time. Too much information at one time can be counterproductive, so let's put a bookmark right here. Ah, is that your boyfriend calling? All right, well, you know what to do. Good luck.